Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you are having such a wonderful day today. I have just been sitting in meditation, wondering what is this reading going to be about? Because I had a lot of really interesting imagery come up this past day. I kept seeing in my mind's eye, like there is a nail building a house, and I just keep seeing this nail being driven into the wood. And then I remembered like a deja vu moment that I had a dream about a nail going into my skin last night. And what I heard was sometimes the things that hold us together and that build the foundations are not always comfortable. Sometimes there are things that we have to do that we just have to do, unfortunately. And I was, in my meditation asking before the reading, just for one card, of what this is going to be about, what this energy is about. And I pulled the road. So it's really awesome imagery here. You can see the number 10 at the very top there. And what's fascinating to me about this card is the fact that we have the number 10, but we have the road. So it's like 10 is this number of completion in the tarot, right? But it's almost saying like the road itself is the journey here. There might be some steps that you take that are slippery, that are not necessarily comfortable, but you have a goal in mind. You have a motive in mind here. Your goal is to reach this peak just so you can look back on how far you traveled. And there is a traveling theme coming up here. Like maybe some of you all are about to travel, you are traveling. There's maybe some type of new movement coming into your life. I know a lot of people are starting school back here pretty soon. There are different elements, different energies here, lots of quick movement coming in. So we had the Ace of Swords. Yeah, some type of breakthrough coming in for someone here, clarity about a certain situation. I feel like in a lot of ways, interesting. Okay, we had the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords both reversed. I feel like in a lot of ways, this is about being honest with yourself about what you need to do to access this point in clarity. And a lot of swords coming up, which is fascinating because I was talking about the nail, right? There's this like sharp point. There's an energy that's directing you somewhere, but there might be some things that you need to do to get there, some things you have to accumulate, some things you have to set in order. I'm getting a lot of, honestly, like procrastination energy coming forward here, just like waiting to do something. I'm seeing that you're working through this now and you've been hyper aware. Like there are a lot of things that you need to do to set your foundation straight. Like I'm seeing this energy of cleaning the home, or this like feminine energy of decorating, or almost like creating an outer space that is reflective of your inner space. You've been doing so much inner work that you just want things outside of you to be reflective of that. And I'm definitely sensing like almost like a sense of frustration that your outer world is not quite reflecting everything that you have going on inside right now. So this is interesting talking about movement, because we do have the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck coming up reversed. Benny is flirting with something over there and it's very loud, so I'm sorry if you guys can hear it. Two of Wands reversed. So yeah, playing it safe. Playing it safe. Almost like fear of doing these things that need to be done, or it's not even like fear, it's just some sort of resistance coming up, like some sort of belief system that you don't have time, or that you just can't do it right now. There's too much overwhelm, there's too much going on to actually complete these things that are creating a function and stability and a foundation within your life. But it's not really stemming from fear. It's just some type of resistance. And I'm just hearing like rip off the band-aid and do it. Just set aside one day that you're going to do all these things, whether it's, calling the insurance company that you really don't want to call, packing for a trip, buying tickets that you need to buy, making plans. It has a lot to do with planning ahead for something. And there's just like so much resistance surrounding that. Like you've been doing so much expansion that you just want to be at the destination already, is what I'm seeing. Like we got a whole bunch of cards here, but we're going to see what comes up. You just want to be at this destination. Okay, let's see. I'm just throwing them out randomly, so we'll see what we got here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. You've been working super hard recently. You've been prepping for something. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the tarot deck. So there's, again, this like slow movement forward. Also with the Road card, it's like every step you're taking is kind of like arduous and hard. It's not super comfortable. I'm seeing that like your socks are wet. There's this discomfy energy that is surrounding the mundane task in your life right now. Nine of Swords reversed. It's kind of reaching a breaking point here. Like these things that you need to do are kind of, it's getting to a point where you're thinking about them like all of the time. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So you're working on balancing this right now. You're working on trying to balance your life. And what I'm seeing for someone here is whenever you really get into the spiritual aspect of your emotionality and of yourself, and you're diving deep into the subconscious mind, and you're doing all of this work, right? The everyday task, the going to work, the cleaning the house, doing the dishes, making plans ahead, doing laundry, vacuuming, just all of these little things, scheduling, all of that stuff. It just doesn't feel super aligned with where you're at right now, but it's also the thing that like keeps your life from falling apart. And so it's hard for us as well when this collective is trying to live in this flow state. We're trying to be completely vulnerable and completely free and in the moment. And I think this is a big lesson for us, is to learning how to be in the moment while you're doing the mundane things. And again, like it makes me think of a lot of the Buddhist everyday rituals are very mundane. It's deep cleaning, sweeping, scrubbing the floors. There's an element of pride and perfection that they put into their mundane task, and it's part of their spiritual rituals. So I'm seeing this realization starting to come over you, and realizing this need for balance, this need for balancing the physical things with the spiritual things with the Two of Pentacles here. And it's fascinating because this is the second time I've seen the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Not really understanding what this is talking about. Because on the card itself, it says smothering jealousy or self-centeredness. So that might apply to someone here. But I feel like what it's referring to is, with this queen energy, we have a balance. We have like sovereignty, right? And there's just a lack of balance within the physical life right now. A lot of movement, a lot of momentum coming in that can be a little bit, it can kind of knock you off your chair a little bit. Like we have this queen on the chair, it can knock you off. It can kind of make you take a fall, take a slip, and feel really uncentered, like dysregulated. We have the Five of Pentacles, and then we have the Three of Cups reversed. I feel like with these energies coming in, with this need to take care of your everyday life here, it's also been bringing up a lot of uncomfortable conversations surrounding maybe your family or your work life is coming forward here as well. Your friends, like a lot of this gossiping energy, people that are like friend groups dissolving, people that are kind of going against each other, that are not really feeling aligned with each other at this point. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. And you might be trying to hold everything together. You might be trying to stay out of it and not let it affect your day-to-day life. I'm seeing this underarching energy of dysregulation and almost like this earthquake energy, like a crack in the foundation, but it's not necessarily your foundation. It's just the energy of the earth right now. And we're all feeling this. We're all feeling this weird sort of dysregulation right now. This urge to be sucked back into the physical and to deal with these like mundane things. Don't let this get you down. See this as something that will need to work itself out and pass through the energy field. Let it pass through your body in the exact same way here. There's no need for this to have a huge impact on your life. No need to dwell on this. Interesting. We got the King of Wands reversed. I do believe I know what this is about. Let me just get a couple confirmation cards. Oh, all right. The Empress has been wanting to show her face very, very violently recently. She just shoots herself out of the deck. I'm sensing this collective just wants like their mother right now, wants to call their mom, wants some sort of validation, someone just to listen to them and what they've been going through, or like asking some kind of advice on all of this stuff in your life right now. And some of you, like your moms might have passed. I'm seeing like an urge to reach out, an urge to be heard. Like when you think of that friend you used to have in college or that family member that passed away and there's not really a way to access them, but you just want to talk. You just want someone to hear what you're going through in the way that they used to. Just wanting to be nurtured, wanting to be held, wanting to be validated and told that it's all going to be okay. With this King of Wands reversed, it's like all of this energy is incredibly overbearing and incredibly overwhelming right now. And this is why you're seeking this clarity and why you're seeking just someone to listen. There's like a lot of expectations on your shoulders, and I'm definitely seeing that here. I'm seeing a lot of demand avoidance. I'm seeing a lot of telling yourself that something needs to be done in a certain way. Like beating yourself up. You're beating yourself up for these things. The fact that they're not getting done, the fact that you might not have cleaned your house in a month, or that you can't keep on top of these daily tasks, that everything is way too overwhelming. It's almost like the Two of Wands reversed again, like looking towards the future is like too much to handle right now. And with the Road card coming forward, it's encouraging you not to look to the destination, just to look at the step you're taking one at a time. It's like this previous job that I had so much to do, like being a manager, I had so much to do that when I would get in the mornings, I would just have to make a list of what to do. And I would be so freaking overwhelmed. And I would sometimes, like, it would make me feel dizzy. Like I would just feel so dysregulated. And I would have to look at the list and choose one thing and start there. This is the energy I'm seeing. It's just looking at the list and choosing one thing a day and just breaking it down really, really simply for yourself. Also, with the Empress, there's an urge to have compassion and to nurture yourself right now. That's coming forward very clearly and very profoundly. Like someone here needs to hear that. Have deep compassion on yourself because you are doing so much. Like you have done so much and you are truly amazing in everything that you've been doing and how far you've come, right? So just know that. Just know that you are doing everything right It's just that sometimes we have to polish what's already there, right? I really am drawn to this Empress card right now. I really feel like you need to know that you have so much support and you need to communicate with your friends, with your loved ones, how you're feeling. Someone that you know that can validate this in you. Like, I have a tendency to run and hide when things get overwhelming and things get hard. You know, being autistic, that's just what I do. I just have to escape. I have to get away. And I have come to the realization with this that that is completely valid. There's no need to beat yourself up. Oh, Benny brought us a gift, you guys. He's bringing you a gift. Aw. There's no need to beat yourself up for being the way you are. There's no need to tell yourself, like, over and over and over again, that you're not capable. Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You guys have so much determination, so much work ethic, and you care so much. Almost too much sometimes. I'm also seeing that there's definitely some boundaries that need to be created here. The Empress is encouraging you to put yourself on a pedestal and lift yourself away from this gunk underneath you, from the stuff that is trying to latch onto you, that's trying to take your energy, you know, take your life force, really. Like, there's definitely a need for setting boundaries, and that's going to help with this overwhelm. Yeah, I'm just seeing, like, tell people that are close to you. If they're asking things from you, just tell them how you're feeling. That's really important. This, like, openness and communication is actually what's going to alchemize this for you, and not feeling guilty about who you are and how you feel. Yeah, Nine of Wands reversed. There's a lot of fatigue coming up right now. Interesting. The Hierophant, a need to rebel. A need to just walk away. To escape these structures that are making up our society that you don't necessarily feel aligned with. A need to just, like, start something new. To just go on a trip. To escape. So if some of you have been thinking about just escaping, just starting a new path, make sure that it's something you're not doing out of dysregulation or fear, and it's something that's actually going to nurture you and actually going to give back to you here. That's a really important message. And it can sometimes be hard to figure that out within our own bodies, right? If we're actually just running out of fear, or if this is something we actually need to do. Yeah, Seven of Wands reversed. Yeah, it's like there's been a dip in your confidence. Like, all of this chaotic energy going on has just been eating away at you a little bit at a time. There's a need for, like, wanting to give up. And I'm hearing it, don't give up, but take a rest. Like, you've come this far. It's not like you have to give up and go all the way back down, but you can just sit on a rock and breathe for a little bit. Take a pause. Do something new. Do something engaging, something fun. Disconnect for a bit. Knock out one small thing a day and just recenter yourself. Take care of yourself. Have total compassion on where you've come, how far you've come. So with that, you guys, I hope that helped you. That was just something that I felt like needed to get out today. So I love you all very, very much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.